Hey there, everybody. This is David. Well, I messed up. I was doing my grades today of your cover designs, and I realized after I looked through about half of them that I had completely misdirected the class on something. Actually, that Lamont, Monty, and Deanna brought up in the general discussions. It was about the format of the cover of the piece you guys are doing. So the cover design template, which looks like this, um, has this box in the middle of it. So when Monty asked me about it, I looked at that and I thought, well, I know that they told me that the outer frame was the workspace, so this inner box must just be a inner workspace. So that's what I told him. So I apologize profusely to you all, particularly to those on that discussion post where we talked about it. So it's completely my fault. I completely am owning up to this. I was confused. I didn't think I was confused, but I realized it today when I was doing these grades. So, and I'm not minimizing this at all. I recognize that probably about half the class did this correctly, and half the class followed the way I guided you to do it, which was incorrectly. So these infographics that you're doing, these pieces are folding. So this rectangle that we're looking at here, I think for the few people who were asking about it, your suspicions were correct. This is the cover space of the design, that landscape format. So if the thing was folded up, that would be the cover that you were looking at. So really, we needed you guys to do the designs to fit inside that space. So again, completely my fault. I apologize, and I'll make whatever accommodations I have to help you guys out with that. I recognize this will be a little bit of extra work for those of you who did it portrait instead of landscape, but and I didn't take off, of course, for that on this assignment, so everybody got full credit for it, whether you did it portrait or landscape. So for those of you who did it portrait, I need to ask that you convert it to landscape by the final, when we turn this last final piece in on the last week. So there's no urgency to this, and you're certainly welcome to do it at the very end if you want to. So I did a little video here to show you how to convert it. So again, I'm not minimizing it, but I want to show you how quickly and easily you can take your portrait graphic and make it fit inside a landscape piece like this. So I did this little mock ad for the FBI, obviously in portrait format like that. So for those of you who did this portrait, what you're going to want to do first, and you have some options here. You could just select all of your work like this, where you select all the pieces, and go to Object at the top of the screen and choose Group. Object Group. And all Group does is it connects everything together. So if I click on any element in my design like that, I won't accidentally move just part of it. It's all connected. Okay, so this is the first option. So you'd group it and you'd select your group like that, and then you're going to go to Edit, Copy to copy it. And then hop over to your template here and paste it in there. I'm going to go to Edit, Paste. There it is, and see it's obviously the wrong size and doesn't quite fit. I mean, what we could do, you could scale it down by just clicking in the corner and holding the Shift key down and bringing it over here and rotating it and submitting your design like this. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. In fact, it might look great. I don't even have to use that border that I have on here, of course. I'm gonna ungroup this so I can delete that border that I had. And now I can select all my pieces and group those. I don't want to select the template piece, it's already there. And scale it up to get it about right, And I'm fine with that. So when this gets turned in, that would read horizontal. Now, if that bothers you, if you don't like it that way, I totally understand that too. Some designs might just look completely weird set up that way if the rest of it unfolded and the orientation was awkward. So you don't have to do it that way. The other way to do it is just to reconfigure your layout to fit inside the landscape. So probably what I would do now that we've got it grouped and brought it over here like that, I'm going to scale it down a little bit, kind of get it started. And all my elements are basically in place. So at this point, I'm going to ungroup it and kind of make some quick decisions about placement to fit within this new space. So I kind of like the way my headline, my subhead, and my logo and my first line of text look there. So I'm just going to grab these and move them out of the way. Take this and put it over here. And I kind of like how this looks centered, so I'm just going to adjust it. And you'll have to do this. You'll just have to kind of tweak your design a little bit. I'm not asking for a redesign as far as content. I'm just saying you'll have to. It's kind of like making your web page or your design for your web piece fit a phone app or something. You know, making it responsive. So I'm just going to kind of adjust these guys here to fit the space a little differently. I'm going to have to stack this text probably. I'm going to return this down, return this one down. Probably make both those little pieces of text a little smaller. Scoot it up and get it lined up the way I like it. Now I've got this little block of text over here. Auto wrap that to fit inside that space. Maybe make it a flush left alignment. Don't like the hyphenation, but I don't know if there's really, yeah, I got it. I got the hyphenation off the word. Making sure this lines up here. So I'm going to bring up my rulers. Just do a quick guide check just to see how this looks. I like to line things up on the height of the lowercase letters, and I did it just completely by accident. How's that? Got a logo at the bottom that I made up with my made up tagline. I'm not quite sure how I want to do that. I may scoot this over here, make it a flush left, or maybe flush right. Make it a little smaller. So I'm making quick, you know, design decisions with this. I could bring this over here. I don't like that as much, so I'm going to adjust this, bring the logo over, adjust the tagline. I totally made up. It says, I'm a sheepdog and I live to protect the flock. It's not an actual FBI tagline. So here we go. No, something like that. Not bad. I'm not completely happy, but I'm satisfied. So you just kind of reinterpret your design to fit in the horizontal space. I know I made it look fast and easy. Again, I'm not minimizing the problem that I've just caused. If anybody has any issues, please email me and let me know, and I'll work with you. If you need me to help you to go in here and do what I just did with this FBI thing, I'm happy to do that too. So whatever I need to do to make things right, I'll do it. Again, I apologize, and I'm sorry for any confusion this may have caused. Let me know if you have any questions, okay? And I will see you guys soon. Thanks.